Hi, welcome to the Stock Knit Zombies. I'm Amy, also known as J Knitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And this is episode 85. Oh, 86. It was like reading it upside down. 86 of the
And somehow it didn't become 98, it became 85.
Yep. My 6 looked like a 5 upside down. So I did an okay job. I just didn't do an excellent job. And it is July 3rd. So if you hear boom, 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 no, we are not under attack. It is the rocket's red glare.
Yes.
The bombs bursting in air.
No, not singing.
Okay. Gay Brew. Yeah. We should start every podcast with the national anthem.
No, we shouldn't.
Why not?
It's a really hard song to sing.
Let's play ball.
But
Yeah.
how was your week?
Crappy.
Oh boy.
Hate the grossness that is children. We just got over strep, which the whole family, well, not the whole family, knock on wood, the baby didn't get. But yeah, so then we have another childhood milestone of getting lice. They called us and said they found knits and some jumpers, some hoppers in her hair. So yep.
Oh boy.
Got to wash my whole house and feel really itchy.
Yeah.
And all the bedding and all the car seats and the helmets and the stuffed animals, and my daughter has entirely too many stuffed animals on her bed.
Not anymore.
Nope, there are none on her bed right now. So yeah, there's that.
Okay.
Feel sorry for me. Feel very sorry for me.
She has reassured me several times that I'm in a safe zone.
It still makes you itchy.
It does.
Just even if you weren't even anywhere near Rochester, Minnesota, it would make you itchy to hear about the lice. So I'm sorry if I'm making you out.
Yeah, you're just like, oh.
But kids are icky. Just know that.
Yes.
Kids are icky. So that's been my week.
I had to buy some pajamas tonight because we outgrew all of ours.
Mm.
Without my realizing it, I looked through all of her pajamas and she only has nightgowns that I bought last fall that are of the right size.
Mhm.
Everything else was all the way down to a 3, size 3. She's wearing size 6 now. How did this even pass as something you could wear? She's been wearing them this whole time. But only recently has she said, I can't get out. You know, like it's too tight around the arms. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I
could see
going
that
shopping.
becoming more of a problem when your children, we're digressing horribly here, but like when your children actually dress themselves, right? You
Yeah.
don't realize that they're having a hard time getting in or out of them because they put them on and they take them off themselves.
Right.
Like, I'm uber aware of that with the people that I'm helping get dressed, right?
Right.
So, anywho, we had some prize giveaways that we could. Are you ready for the administration?
Yeah.
That was your sharing?
Yep.
Okay, I shared the egg factor, you shared the cuteness factor. Cookie came back.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Big
Update,
news.
folks.
Okay. Yeah, our cat had disappeared and we were starting to worry sick because it had been 13 days since she had last been seen in our house. And the neighbors had said, like, when we had finally posted the posters at about day 5, we posted posters. And we were up until then, we were just doing all of the minor things, but then we're like, okay, now sweep the canvas, the neighborhood, put up posters. Well, our neighbor had said that they had a cat in their house the night of the big storms during our retreat. And they had shooed her outside. And then the next day they found her in their garage and they shoot her outside again. And we thought, oh no, she's gone now. And we've been working with shelters and she is chipped. So we were hoping that she'd turn up somewhere. She was still hiding under the stairs inside the garage of the neighbors that are right next door to us. So apparently they've had mysterious purring in their garage, mysterious smells in their garage, mysterious meowing in their garage, but they could never find the source of it. And they were cleaning out their garage yesterday. She came home yesterday. Anyway, they cleaning out their garage, and she bolted out of the garage when she heard like the sweeping noise, and then back under the stairs. And so they saw her for a brief moment, and they came and got us. And then we
were able to coax her in.
Well, no, forcefully had to pull her out because she didn't want to move. But she is now all over our house, rubbing up against legs, meowing like crazy, loving the fact that she's home, and I think she's a little skinnier, but not sickly, not worse for wear. I think she'll pop right back out of it, and I think that's probably where she was this entire time.
Wow.
In the neighbor's garage
with nothing to eat.
They said they had put out food in a dish, but they weren't sure that anybody ate it. And we, when we were coaxing her out, tried to put food in front of her, and she wouldn't eat it. But I don't know. I don't know what she did. She's back now, and
she made it work.
She's sassy and happy, and the same cookie we love.
Awesome. All right, and Miss Strati, we had the June self-striping. We are up to 787 entries, which is fantastic.
Cool.
I love it, I love it. And this month's yarn is the Fire and Ice colorway of Vesper sock yarn. So it's a teal and a dark green and a red. And it's from back when I balled up everything that I got. So it's all balled up for you, all ready to go. So 2 through 787, and the winner was 486, Penelope 10. And I believe we decided Amy will be sending that out. So Penelope 10, contact Amy.
Yep, I'm going to be mailing out all the prizes, so anything from now on.
May, June, KAL, we had the Finish That. KAL. Notice the emphasis on the that.
Yes.
And I did my self-stripies. Did I? I didn't, did I? I don't remember if I contributed to this KAL at all.
We were busy.
Yeah. My Miracle Gen. Did I finish my Miracle Gen?
And we also had a prize that didn't get mailed during the chaos of the retreat. So, Steph Librarian or something librarian, I got your message, and I will be mailing that, and you will also get a reply to your message as soon as I wake up tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to get to it tonight. But, yeah. Prizes and organization, and if we seem to have missed something, please contact us.
Yep. The remissness was not intentional.
Yes, exactly. I either thought I had done it and let it slip off my, list of things to do, or I completely forgot about it in the chaos. But I remember gathering it, I remember packaging it, I just don't remember mailing it. So, or where I had mailed it to. So I need to go double check, and if I have mailed it, I have a tracking number and I can give that to you. But I'm just going to assume that you're correct and I haven't mailed it for now.
So we had 2 through 58 entries for the Finish That KAL, and we have 2 yarns. So you have a pretty good likelihood of doing it here, getting one. There's Zoe/Zoe, whichever you prefer. In the Firefly series from Storied Yarns. This is a 75 merino, 25 nylon.
And this one, this one goes to
number 27, Lily 52, Lili 52.
Lily 52. This is very cool.
Yes. And then the other one is the Loops in the Mike Wazowski colorway. Mike Wazowski. Monsters Inc. or
Monsters University could be now.
Universities, yeah. And that winner is number 46, and is Heather J818. And I'm second guessing that J. Was it a K? Anyway, she knit an elephant that she missed a Knittables KAL.
Okay.
So If you were entry number 46 and I completely wrote down a J instead of a K on your name, Heather, I'm pretty sure it's Heather J818. Contact Amy for your Mike Wazowski yarn. Mike Wazowski. Sorry, I'm gonna write these down so I can.
Megan is nothing if not organized. I will get an email that says, these are the winners, and this is what they won.
Yep. And then it's searchable in the future.
Yes.
FYI. If we're like, has this person won before? Also in Administrati, I wanted
It doesn't change our mind if you
No, just curious. If the name sounds familiar. I wanted to cover that last little bit of zombie knit apocalypse jumping in here on the podcast. We collected all of these wonderful preemie hats thanks to the wonderful Java Jenny who drove this initiative. We gave out a prize for that, but some of these are just so wee. Like that fits that head. Mm-hmm. One of them.
This one.
Yeah, that one. This one. I think this was the one that won the prize.
Oh boy.
Little wee hat. Oh, look at this one.
These are for the 1 and 2 pounders here.
Yep. So head's the size of your fist would fit in there. But fantastic. I think we had 50
or
hats.
51, yeah.
51. And those will be going to the Mayo NICU in this handy dandy bag so that they know where they came from. That the zombies knit them. And then last on the retreat stuff, I've got the 5K easy for me to say, participation awards. They say Zombie Knit Apocalypse 5K 2013. And if you entered into the thread, you should have gotten a message that I said, please send me your address. I think there was one where I was like, did you do this recently? Because there was the 2 dates that you were supposed to do in between. But those will be sent out soonly.
Mm-hmm.
Soonly, if you contact me with your address information. So that is the administrati portion of the show.
Okay.
It feels like there was a lot there, and I'm thanking you for bearing with us.
Yes.
You have an FO that you were afraid to put on my couch.
Yes. I have Hobbs. It has been pointed out to me that he does not have his tail yet. But he's not coming back here because there is a little boy who really, really wants him, and I will finish it before the next time we record. So, he will get his tail. But I'm going to say that crocheting animals is a big PITA. I do not want to do any more crocheted animals, ever. Ever. I enjoyed certain crochet things that I've done recently.
Mm-hmm.
Really did. Animals where it has to be a certain, like I like them to be a certain amount of tight to get, the fabric that I want for the animal. I did not enjoy at all. And it could have been what I was working with. I'm working with some, acrylic. I think it's Vanna's Choice or something like that. Or, no, it was Red Heart Soft. And it's fine, but yeah, you get into those really tight, and I'm going to say that this was not a pleasure to knit or crochet. But he's adorable. Pattern was spot on. I thought it was a really, really good job. Looking like Hobbs in his unanimated state in the cartoon. Comic strip, I should say. And, yeah, he's really cute. And he is loved, and now my daughter wants one. And I told her, maybe. I think I said I will try to knit her one. Because, I'll just copy the body dimensions, and I will make him knit.
She will not be crocheting another one, in other words.
I am not going to
Well, it'll
crochet.
make it easier to tell them apart.
This is true. She will know which one is hers. And at first she wanted a tiny one because that's how I usually do it. Her brother gets the first one big, and then she's like, I want one. And I'm like, I'm going to make it out of sock yarn because it's just going to be more fun for me. And this one I actually used my last bit of solid orange sock yarn for something, so I'm just like, no, gonna be the same size, but it's gonna be knitted. But yes, he's really cute. Great FO. Did not enjoy making him at all. Well, that, you know, and I told you my hands started hurting, so I could only work on it a little bit at a time. So like I'd get like a third of the body done, and I'd be like, okay, my hands are dead. I gotta start knitting or spinning. I can't use my hands to crochet anymore. And then, you know, you'd get another night where you just another third and just drug on. And I did not, yeah, it was not a pleasure. Not a pleasure. And then my other finished object is spinning. Yeah. So I have some superwash BFL from Highland Handmaids in the Roses in HD colorway that I plan on making into a sweater for my daughter. Hopefully for her first day of school. If that happens.
Is that going to be enough for a sweater?
Oh, no. It's an accent for the Elena Dacos stripes.
Got it.
You know, it's just in the yoke and the sleeves and the bottom band.
Playful Stripes cardigan?
Playful Stripes cardigan, yes. Thank you. So it's going to be with this, and then the Playful Stripe will be the really pretty bright color. And Lucy helped me pick out this color, and I was going to go with a different blue, but she wanted the frosty light, very, very, very light blue. Gray. I don't know. Pretty.
And was that for your Tour de Fleece?
Yes, this is for my Tour de Fleece. I've been on Instagram a little bit, taking pictures like everybody else that's spinning for Tour de Fleece.
Yeah, it's getting lots of Instagram pictures. I mean, I can't say that it's enough to make me want to spin, but they are very pretty.
Yeah, and I chose a poor second choice, I guess I should say, for my Tour de Fleece. This one went by super quick. This is going to be a little bit better than worsted, so it's going to be a little different gauge than this, but...
Is that sport or is that worsted?
This is worsted.
Okay.
And then this is a little bit better than worsted. It's I only got 120 yards. Right? It's got to be better than that, but I only counted
an
62. So yeah, an Aran probably, but it shouldn't be too bad.
No.
Yeah. But anyway, the second one I chose was a MCN fiber, and I knew it was going to spin whisper thin, so I broke it up into 3 chunks because I wanted a 3-ply. And then I started it and got through the first one and was enjoying it. Got halfway through the second one, went, this is going to take forever. So I'm like, oh, it's a pleasure, so I will spin. But hopefully I don't get impatient and start making it thicker when I don't want it thicker. I want it to be nice and thin the whole way through. I had to stay calm, breathe, don't rush it. But my loop bat, or bullseye bump, is waiting for me. So that's the next thing I want to spin, and everything else, I picked out 4 things. Basically, indie people that I had never used before, and you're going to be surprised by these. So it's, this one was Highland Handmaids, but I had already done Highland Handmaids. This had a project that I needed to get it done for. And then I did Loop, and then my next choice after Loop is, Tempted. That's the one I'm doing now. Tempted, Loop, and then Wool Gathering. I hadn't done Wool Gathering before. And that kind of surprises me. And then I recently got some Unwind Yarn Company fiber gifted to me. Donated. It was a gift. It was a lovely gift, and I thank her very much. I have not asked people if I can publicly thank them, so they know who they are. They gave me some Unwind fiber, and I appreciate it very much.
Fat faces!
Yes. And so I'm thinking of that being the tail end of my thing. And I might want to make that one a little bit thicker.
Cool.
And I do have some of hers in my stash, but I haven't knit it or spun it yet. So,
yep. Same person gave me some yarn.
Oh, they were wise.
In the ways of Megan. Do not give me fiber.
This is true.
Yes. Okay. So my FOs.
3.
Yeah, just jabber. Throw away. I knit and finished while I was waiting for some July 1st KL cast-on, the Sitka spruce hat, out of the Apple of Megan's Eye in the Marigold Jen worsted. I think that this is the perfect combo of yarn and hat. I have a small head. I don't know if you have heard that, but I decreased a stitch pattern on the brim, but then I made it slouchy by doing the increases, so I had to do some math, which I don't mind. So instead of like increasing 4 stitches every, or 6 stitches every 10, or 4 stitches, whatever, I had to do 4 every 10, or I did the math. And then I also added a repeat because it was a little short on my head. I don't know if I have a tall head, but a small head. So I added an extra one of these little V things and had to do some offsetting. So I really,
It still looks like the pattern.
It does. It looks like the pattern, and it's very nice and smushy, and my daughter did not put it on her head, and so I feel thankful that I did not have her model it yet.
Yeah. I would be too.
Yes. So there's that. It was a really quick knit. I cast it on a Saturday, and I bound it off, or did the little sphincter close up here, which I'm noticing is a little, that's what the yarn harlot called it, the sphincter close. On a Sunday. Come on, it's very apropos. Amy's laughing at me. And that surprises me. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm trying to tighten my sphincter here.
It just goes with everything else you said. Prophylactic.
Yes, I prophylactically washed my hair with it, and that is the correct term for that as well, with the lice shampoo. I didn't say that on air. People didn't hear that until you just shared it with them, lady. Anyway, as we're laughing and I'm fixing my sphincter, there.
Just say it one more time.
Sphincter, sphincter, sphincter. A sphincter says what? And then I also finished my my cotton linen tank. So I'm calling it the Tink Tank because I had to tink a lot, both think and tink, if you're catching the wordplay, to do it. I like it. It didn't use all 4 balls. It only used the 3 balls of it. So it's not a very it's a DK cotton linen blend that is no longer available, which is probably not the best thing to design with. But yeah, you start in the back and you cast on the right number for half of your bust, and then you move up, and then you bind off, like, I don't remember what the what the exact proportion is, and then you work a little bit, and then you make a V, and then you come down here. You have to you can make the armpit as high or as low as you want, because you end up seaming that up, and you join in the round, and then here at the bottom. See, I don't even have to write the pattern up now. You guys can all just knit it, right? I feel like
blah, 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 blah.
I feel like if I did write it up, it would kind of be like the abalone, where there'd be like some weird measurement, like where you'd have to measure from here to here. Because I just held it up to me, right? And I saw that it was going to be long enough that it would cover my bust. So I don't know what people that aren't me's bust measurements are from here to here, where you would stop the
to go all the way around.
Yeah, to go under, to the undercarriage, as I would call it. But yeah, and then at the bottom it's a couple of repeats of that lace just to keep it from curling. The yarn kind of it was actually better to work with before I washed it, which is odd, because generally linen and cotton kind of soften up when you wash them. But I really like it. I mean, it wasn't a very high yardage knit. It took me a while because I was designing it as I went along. But the Tink Tank.
The Tink Tank.
Tink Tank. Done.
Tink Tank.
I will be wearing it.
Yeah, looks nice.
Yes. So, what are you knitting?
I am knitting on a Jessalou right now, which is probably not the smartest choice because I've already had to rip back half a row.
What's a Jessalou?
Oh, Julissa. I said it wrong again. A Julissa.
Oh.
I understand that that didn't win our KAL.
Mm-hmm. Is that to fit your daughter or you?
Me.
Oh.
Has 1 to 3 inches of negative ease.
I see. And you're on small needles, unlike me, who has this huge extra thing here because I keep on trying on this thing from the top.
Oh yeah, I should add a cord and stretch it around, but I'm nowhere near where I could. I'm just hoping, because I gauged it. I did a lot of work to get the right
lies.
I understand it lies, but because yeah, she's right. It looks like it's for somebody other than an adult.
Is that your neck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go. I was thinking it was like around.
Yeah, it's not a bottom up. It's a top down.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah, no, that would be for my daughter.
Okay.
This. Start at the neck.
Okay, there we go. That's a little more convincing. I don't have to suspend disbelief as regimentally as I did before.
No, it's definitely still looking a little small at this point because I've seen various
Julissa.
Yes, the Julissa. So that is part of my start-itis. I have the Julissa.
And what yarn are you using there, dear lady?
TML held double. Hopefully I have enough. I balled them. I did the work to reball them together.
Wow.
So that I don't have to worry about the 2.
How many skeins did you have?
I had 4.
Okay.
It's right at the yardage mark. I mean, if I wanted to feel really comfortable, I would have another one. So if anybody has cream to mint TML and wants to, say, if you need it, I'll throw it in the mail and I will pay you. Thank you, that would be awesome. But at this moment, I'm just holding my breath. I think I could either make it shorter sleeves, but if I had some extra breathing room, Anyway, it's right at the edge. It's supposed to have lots of negative ease.
I love the smushy TML.
I know, and it's double smushy.
Yes, I made one of my fur goods out of that, and it was fantastico.
Yes, it's very fun to work with. I have the yarn for my windswept, and I think I showed this last week. So
yep,
driftwood, and I've made my project page, so I will get started on that soonly.
It's a fun knit.
And then I've been taking this stockinette zombie on the bus with me, and it's got a lot of yardage.
What did you say today? Only 5 more inches. And I was like, only?
Yes, only 5 more inches of stockinette before I can do something else.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
But it's actually really, I don't want to say fun or interesting, but it's nice. It's pleasant. It's easygoing. Because it's bigger needles, and finger weight yarn.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
I'm sure everybody on the bus thinks I'm a nut. I sit there knitting and daydreaming every day. I get a lot of those, people who stare at my knitting, and I'm like, oh.
Sorry. My mind went somewhere else.
Yes.
I get a lot of those people that stare at my, what?
Knitting. And then,
there's more!
My start-itis kicked in one more time here, and I started the Morgan. So it's a big semicircle shawl, maybe a crescent shawl. I'm not sure. Depends on how you block it, I guess. And I'm just getting into the lace pattern right there. But
I'm not familiar with that pattern.
I don't know that it was, on any top 20s or anything. It's just, it's a simple, back and forth of a simple eyelet type of motif. But the thing I liked about it is that you could stop at any yardage. There's, basically, get through chart 1, and that's a small. And get through chart 2, and then I think I can get through chart 4 with the yardage I have.
Cool.
And this is a Highland Handmaid's lace alpaca silk.
Is that for your grandma? Is that right?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I do have another idea.
Okay.
slash option. So
I was just curious. I thought that was the original. Okay. Are you ready for me?
yes,
All
yes,
systems
please,
go
please,
on
please,
Megan's
please,
works
go,
in
go,
progress.
go. Yes.
Okay, I'm working on the windswept. I have, in typical Megan fashion, jerry rigged this to work in. This is pashmina in the Cove colorway, and I absolutely love it.
You've gotten really far.
Yes. So I don't know if anybody out there is working on it
I
or.
haven't even started yet.
Yep. You work a back like collar section, and then you pick up around it, kind of a la the garter tab in your in a shawl, and then you start working some raglans. So it's top down, and I absolutely love it. It's been getting all my love. Just because.
Love the colorway.
Yes, I love the colorway, and pashmina is wonderful to work with. I've been kind of avoiding
Your
pashmina because my Delancey has shedded like a cat in 100-degree weather. I mean, it's just like I'll be sitting in meetings. It's my back of my office chair sweater, and I'll just look down and I'll be like, blue fluff. And I think this is me trying to rationalize it, but I think it's because it was knit on 8s. Sport on 8s.
Yeah.
So I went down in needle size. This is a really nice little neck warmer here. Now to 5s. The pattern calls for 6s, and then I went up a stitch count. I'm noticing that my row gauge is quite a bit off. I think I'm only like 2 stitches per 4 inch on the stitch count, on the stitch gauge, but the row gauge is completely wonkified, so I'm having to add a few extra rows. Anyway, I'm also noticing that it doesn't matter as much that I'm alternating skeins on this highly variegated colorway. I mean, if you get one like that where it's supposed to be kind of tonal and not change very much throughout the skein, and when you start swapping, you start alternating skeins, you kind of see it, right? You start striping between the two if they're not completely matched. But this goes from like a very pretty like robin's egg blue to like a brown to a gray to like more of an antique-y color, and you don't. I mean, I'm like, why am I even alternating skeins at this point? I just you can't even tell that you're doing it, which I guess is a good thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
if it happened to be flashing and you weren't swapping, you'd be like, why wasn't I swapping?
Why didn't I do that? So yeah, it's been. I like the yarn for this purpose. It seems like the gauge might keep it from pilling and shedding horrifically, and yeah, I really like the construction. Like it just it makes it interesting, right? Like I zoomed, right? I zoomed through this little back neck panel thing, and then I got into more of the stockinette, like where I'm just doing a bajillion stitches. And I don't know what else I was going to say about it, other than, again, it's the whole pattern fits on one sheet of paper if you do 2 up in print duplex, which is pretty fantastic for a garment. If I don't say so myself, I have sock patterns that are longer than that I've written. I'm embarrassed to say. And yeah, windswept. Excellent.
Yeah, and I'm doing mine on DK, so it should go faster.
Yeah, zoom. Where's, it's hiding in plain sight underneath my Sitka hat. I also cast on for Camp Loopy Project 2 I'm going to call it the Ha Run Eye, because I'm laughing at myself that I'm not running as much as I want to. But how would you say it?
Haruni.
Haruni? Do you speak Elvish?
No.
Because I Googled it, and then it's also in the pattern, but Harunai or Haruni means grandmother in Tolkien's elven language.
Oh. No, I don't speak Elvish.
And so Google wouldn't pronounce it for me either.
Google should speak Elvish. There's plenty of...
They should. So it's out of Mini Maiden, which is 50% merino and 50% silk. And it's got they're all my colors. Purples and greens and dark blues and light blues. And so I've got some stems. I'm working Charday. I'm working it, but it hasn't gotten very much love since I've cast on the sweater, because I haven't knit a sweater in a long time. The sweater. This is a tank. The tank. But I had this at swim lessons, and there was this little boy. I'm forever going to remember this whenever I think about this shawl now. And he just kept on coming up, and he'd be like, "Is it okay if I feel it?" And I'm like, "Yes, feel it." And he'd be like, "Oh, that's nice." I'm like, "Yeah, it's merino and silk. It's wonderful." And his mom's like, "It's okay. You don't have to let him touch it if you don't." I'm like, "What's he gonna do? It's a ball of yarn, and I'm pulling from the inside of the ball, so he can't even do anything." And then he'd come up, and he got really brave, and he'd like squeezing it, and the mom's like, and I'm like, "Seriously, it's okay. He can't do anything." I mean, like, even if we broke the yarn, I don't know that I would have decided to jump in. But yeah, it's been a fun knit. It's a free pattern by,
is it free?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a free pattern by Emily Ross. It's a slightly crescent shaped triangular shawl worked from the top down. And I think it would be a good, I mean, if you're familiar with
it, I thought I paid for it, so I don't remember.
If you're new to lace, I don't know that it would be good, but it is really explanatory of the triangular shawl. Like, so it's got the direction of your knitting, and so yes, that's going to be a good time. That's Camp Loopy Project 2, Project Dose, as some may say. But those are my works in progress. Do you have any enabling that you would like to enable me with?
I have one.
Okay.
It might not enable.
I want to have like a random review type thing. We probably aren't going to have time for it this week because we have an actual review, but I wanted to talk about our Power Rocks.
Oh yes.
And I also wanted to talk about a new program that I'm running on my phone now that I've upgraded my Android, called Llama. It's really cool.
Oh yeah.
You can go check them out if you want. I'll review them some other time. You got cards with sheeps.
They're adorable. So A is for Arapaho Island sheep. And M is from Max Lochtan. And then Y is Yunana. Anyway.
And look at, if I hold it upside down, it's also my left.
So B is actually BFL. Woohoo.
And then BFF?
Yeah, and then I was happy to see that let's see.
S is for Suffolk.
Yeah. S is Suffolk, not Shetland. She only has one sheep per letter, I asked.
Who is this by?
This is the Knit Ba Pearl.
That's right.
And knitbapearl.com.
All the letters are back here.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say I knew that R was for Rambouillet, and I was gonna find it and show it. But I've been liking the Rambouillet lately. Not that it's on my wheel right now, but J is for Jacob. So if you have a Jacob, you know, a Jacob in your life,
and those are supposed to look like the sheep that they're actually representing.
Yeah. Okay. They're very cute.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that was my one purchase. I got them from the local yarn shop, and they were a little over $1 a card when you bought them as a set. But if you, if you didn't, they were $4 a piece. That's how my yarn shop decided to price them. I don't know what it would be in anybody else's case. Rambouillet. The horn. Anyway, so that was my random purchase. I really loved them, and I will find something to do with them. I might end up getting, like, taking one of the sayings and getting it framed. You know, like something that doesn't have repetitive letters in it. Maybe zombies, maybe yarn, maybe something else.
Yeah, so making something out of it.
Yeah, fiber. Fiber doesn't repeat any.
Cool. All right, we have a review. A review. All right, so Coop Knits. Rachel Coopy sent us her wonderful book of socks to review. She included a beautiful card that said that you can get the yarn that we'll be giving away, that she sent to give away, from the knittinggoddess.co.uk and www.fiberpates.co.uk, and that there is a KAL currently going on in her group for this book, any pattern in this book. So we're going to be giving away a deluxe, the copy, and then the yarn, or did you want to do the dark pink? Ooh,
I love the two.
As one, and then we're going to be giving away the yarn by itself.
Yep.
So deluxe, and
unless this one's more luxurious, maybe.
No, I think
they're both merino blends or merino.
And to enter, we're going to front load the enter information here before we review it, but to enter, you need to pick one of the patterns that you'd like to KAL out of the book. So
you can change your mind, but we would like to know your initial thought.
Yes, because there are some fabulous ones in here.
So we noticed that they're cuffed down.
Yes, this toe-up gal noticed that they were cuffed down, but I'm not going to hold that against them.
No. I picked out my favorite to be the Dullish.
That is pretty fun.
I just like the structured look of it. Lots of ribbing, or at least, look of ribbing. Some cables too. And I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it's really well laid out. The charts are nice and clear. And yeah. She's got a little bit of, descriptions.
Yep. And it's independently published.
Yes.
I think that's very cool.
We love the independent published books.
We do indeed.
So let's see. So why knit socks in the back? I'll let you talk about your socks.
You also said that you liked some of the knitted sweaters.
Yes.
Throughout the book as well.
Hey, what sweater is that?
Maybe we can ask Rachel. I liked the Budley, or Budley, or however you would say it, socks. There's kind of a ripple motif, and then more of a, flow. There's a flow. Rippling cables and twisted stitches flow throughout the book. That one is a very pretty one. The one that I chose that if I were entering would be the Saltburn. I liked that she has the stripy toe and the stripy heel and the stripy cuff. And I also like the pattern that is actually in the main part. The cable is really fun. I like it. Sailor stripes decorate cuff and toe with a cabled and textured pattern that undulates with these nautical socks. So I wonder what Saltburn means. I cannot find it in here, but I bet I could Google it. I also liked the Calumet, which we should show the socks that the yarns actually correspond with.
Oh, yeah.
So the bright red, the fiber pates, is the willow herb.
Yeah, so the willow herb was made with this yarn.
Isn't that cool? Like if you got the book, you could knit the exact pair of socks. I don't know why. I've never done that.
No.
So that's vivacious fiber pates.
And then the knitting goddess one.
Knitting goddess one.
It wasn't the same color. I don't think.
The Calumet. No. That's with Socktopus. Or Sockopus. Was it not the same color?
No, I don't think so.
I swear it was.
I think it was this bright blue. Knitting goddess, yep, this bright blue.
So the Budley, or the Budley, or whatever.
Yeah, that one is the
not
same base.
Exact, yeah, same base, but not. I love it a base, but not the same color. It's a really pretty color. Quit licking me. I know I'm tasty. Can you quit? What else? So I was talking about the Calumet, and that kind of reminded me because it was kind of the same pink.
So she's got where you can buy the yarns, where they came from. And then she's also got a lot of links listed in the back for online tutorials on techniques that she discusses.
If you like color work, there's the Brighton socks. I have color work on them. Yeah, I mean, in general, all of these look like you would not get stuck in a zombie from knitting them. You liked the saxifrage?
Yes.
Saxifrage?
Cablelicious.
I like that purple too.
Yes, yes. I actually have a pattern very, well, it's not at all similar, but it's also cablelicious.
Yeah. I wonder how many here. I guess you could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 charts.
8 charts.
But these are for small, so you would only have to
6.
Yeah.
6 different cables in that cablelicious.
Or 5, because one of them was also labeled small. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
And she's got the small charted as
we
well.
We need to
as
make sure
charted.
that we get that correct.
Just
for people that are like, I cannot knit cable socks if they have 6 cables, but 5, I'm okay.
So this is really, I can only do 5 charts. She has a little cute why knit socks, but you know it's summed up because I can.
Yeah. Yep. So
there's nothing like a custom, knit to your foot sock, really.
Yeah. True that. So
pretty.
This retails for, and I've got it in pounds here, 15 pounds. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pairs of socks in there. All of which will not cause you to go to sleep.
No.
They look
it's
very, very interesting. So, again, 1 price, 2 price, to enter.
And a little bit of selfish
Zoink. We're keeping it. Hey, seriously, dude. Now he's licking the pattern.
But yeah, we're excited. This is a good book.
When she originally came to us and asked if we would review it, Amy was like, I must knit these socks now. So,
yeah, those dollish socks.
Yep. They do look fun.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Yes.
We will be opening the prize thread, and there'll be 2 winners. Yay!
Yay for 2 winners. I think that's about it. I didn't, we get to this point and I'm used to talking about other things, but yeah, we don't have those things to talk about.
No.
So.
Yay. Bye.
Bye, Ufta.